If you're watching this, means Numerical Finance just went live. Now I am pre-recording this, I just want to give a quick rundown of the features, but by the time I upload this, the app will be live. You can go in the description and click on the link, deposit USDC if you wish to do so. Quick reminder, the V1 version is on the base chain. Now, if you don't know how to move USDC from an EVM to a base chain, I have linked the third-party bridge. It will take you to it, so dbridge.finance. That's the third-party bridge I'm talking about, and it's super simple. The page is like a swap page, it's super fast. All you have to do is come here, click on the chain you want, click on USD coin. Let's say I'm talking OP. You click on USD coin, and then the destination is base, same thing, USD coin. So don't move to USD base coin, so USDBC, but USDC. So this one right here. And then, of course, you have to connect your wallet, and then you bridge it, and then you have your USDCs there. Then you move over to the dApp, and let's talk about the few features here. I'm gonna go back, so if I click on the logo, it will take me to the vault page. Right now there's only one that you can invest in. There will be more added. If you read the white paper, you'll see all of this. So right now, the basic stable vault, and you connect your wallet, then you click here, and it will take you to the inside of the vault, where there are a few things that you need to be aware of. Now, your USDC balance will just be displayed here, so you have an idea of how much you can invest and how much you want to invest. Now, once you do, means you come here, you click on deposit, you enter the amount you want to enter, and then you click deposit, then that money moves into the pending deposit section. Now, the dApp operates in epochs. Now, the term epoch means a limited time frame usually set up by the protocol. So Numerical has a 10-day epoch timer. You're probably used to a 7-day epoch timer from V33 DEXs. So here it's 10 days. Once the first cycle starts, so epoch 1 begins, there will be a timer here. So there will be a current epoch, and then it will tell you which one, and right under which you will see a timer starting from 10 days and trickling down to 0. One thing to understand is that for that pending deposit to become an approved deposit and then added to the total value locked of the whole vault, a new cycle has to start. So when we go live, I will give about 24 hours for people to make their deposits. Then epoch 1 starts, and after that, there won't be any interruptions in between. So if you by any chance deposit your USDC before, let's say 3 days before epoch 2 begins, that USDC will actually generate some yield that will be moved to the treasury. So you won't take part into the reward distribution between epoch 1 and 2, and this is something that you should be aware of. So full transparency here, it's even listed in the FAQs of the Git book. So I suggest you to read all of this, and there are, additional details than the ones I'm displaying. And that's something that, comes into full play for the goal you want to achieve. Eventually, the goal for Numerical here is to build like a more yield-bearing flywheel that you would eventually find in competitors and, other means, other DEXs, other protocols. And that's the whole idea. The performance fee that will be taken will move into the treasury, and the treasury will grow, of course, slowly. And then at some point, the treasury will reward back through its yield investors. It is essentially a safeguard, of course, for any exploits or any unforeseen black swans. But at the end of the day, we want to also give back from that treasury yield to vault users. And then on top of this, when the token goes live, that token will add additional, yield for people who are in the vaults, because vault users will also take some APR of that token that will be listed on aerodrome, which will also complete an additional venue of the flywheel. So overall, things will build up slowly, but of course they need to start somewhere. We have been testing the product, we have been, optimizing the APR overall, and it's quite decent compared to everything else. So right now the average is somewhere between 45 to 70% per annum, but let's see how things develop. This is dynamic, this isn't the Ponzi scheme. It depends on real yield, revenue coming from actual legit DeFi protocols. So that number will vary, and that number will only display the first time after epoch 1 concludes, because it will be based on everything or all the yield that TVL generated during those 10 days. it will annualize it, give you a percentage, and then the chart will start to build up, and then you will get an idea of what to expect based on the history. All right, so also something to know is that all our socials are in our lives. So Telegram, Discord, basically Telegram is an announcement channel, and there it is right here. And going back to the flywheel part of the equation, XtraFi is one of the underlying leverage farming protocols that we're using. And if you want to take full advantage of them, so highest leverage possible, premium borrowing rights, you cannot do this if you don't lock up their token, which right now are, I think the market price is about 860 to 870 USDC. So that's quite a steep cost for the average user. So instead of doing this individually, those tokens have been donated to Numerical, and by simply investing in Numerical, you'll be exposed to those premium features on XtraFi. So that's something to keep in mind, and more of this will also be coming up in the future. So additional, features that otherwise wouldn't be possible without additional cost would be available here as we move forward, of course. And that adds back to the value of the whole flywheel. Now, last thing I want to mention is that eventually the goal, if you come to the main website, if you scroll down and you check the development, milestones overall, the goal at the end is to go full decentralized, meaning there won't be any manual input whatsoever. Only thing that will be happening is that strategies will be, of course, manually switched, but the money in, money out overall won't have any manual input whatsoever. It's just that they will be moving from A, B to C based on that, strategy switch, but that will be separate, from the TVL moving overall. So that is the end goal. And that's not something that anybody has, I think, on the market right now, because sure, you have vaults, but these vaults have specific strategies, and these strategies don't really change, all right, unless they want to create a new one, and that's another vault. Here, it's going to be an all-in-one and add on top the flywheel that we're going to be building towards. And this is something that could potentially be of good use for people who just want to put their USDC and chill overall. All right, so let's see how things go. And the most important thing is that you only invest what you can afford to lose. This isn't by any means guaranteed 100%, so please read the white paper well, please understand what you're entering, and please make that decision super soundly. Yes, there's no lockup period in terms of, money in, money out, that's yours 100%, but at the same time, risks are there. They're also outlined in the white paper, and everything basically that you can, think of is there. So please read it well and then make your decision. We are available. If you have any questions, just go on the public group, ask us, and then you will, receive replies, and you will be aware of everything that, incurs a doubt in your mind. With that, see you in the next one. Have a good one.